Wagwan Wadao, it's your girl Molly Chebet, and this is your favorite show, the Wrap-Up Show. And hey, today we are joined by Leah. She's a digital media specialist. She's also a fashion designer and a blogger. Stay tuned and listen to her story.
So my name is Leah. I am a content creator, a lifestyle content creator. I take my audience through my day-to-day working in the media industry. I am also a founder of a made in Kenya fashion brand, and I also have a home deco company in everything I do. So I think I have multiple different interests, and I love to just find a way to make them all come to life. So with our fashion business, Sunday Society specifically, we saw a gap in the market, an opportunity to do something that's unique and not easily accessible. So that's what inspired us to found our business within the fashion industry. Yeah, so I think the fashion industry is definitely a difficult one to be able to get into and to be able to successfully nail. For us, it's been a big learning curve. For Sunday Society specifically, it's founded by 3 women, myself and 2 of my very close friends. The way that it came about was during COVID. We used to spend Sundays together, and during one of our Sundays, we were just having a conversation about different outfits that we were all looking to produce, and we decided, why not just dive in and try and do this together. I think a lot of people talk about how tricky it is to run a business as friends that spend a lot of time together, but now try and step into a different world. And we were able to navigate that. And for the business itself, this is one of our pieces. This is our kimono. And all of our prints are unique. We design them ourselves. We tend to sit together and see what is going to inspire us to produce the next collection. This specific collection is inspired by the ocean. It's actually inspired by a parrotfish specifically. It's called the Kangu collection. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we sit together, we design, we draw out our sketch of what we want our inspiration to be. We work with a different company who then helps us translate the sketch into a digital print. And then we work with some manufacturers in India who help us translate the print onto fabric. We found that it's quite challenging to source an array of fabrics locally. So this in particular is an organza fabric, so the manufacturers in India help print onto the organza fabric, and then we send all the fabric to Kenya because we really want to be close to the actual production process. And we work with a team locally to create our patterns, to do the sampling, and to produce the collection in full in Kenya. There are plenty of challenges, and I think for me personally, I've come to understand why it's a difficult industry to be able to succeed wholeheartedly in. For us, the challenges that we've encountered are, first of all, around logistics. So as I mentioned, our fabric is printed in India, and we work with different manufacturers. So the manufacturers that we source the fabric from are based in one location. The fabric then needs to be sent over to a different location to be printed on. So there's a big cost that is incurred within that before it's then sent to Kenya. In terms of the production in Kenya, we struggle with costing. It's very expensive to produce locally, especially when you're just starting. So for us, we're a small business. We've just turned 1 year old in February, so our quantities are quite small, and because of that we have a high cost per item that we typically incur, and through the sampling process as well, being able to maintain the quality. Because if someone is buying a kimono from you, or a set or a dress from you in a certain size, you need to make sure that every single size fits exactly the same, or making sure that we're addressing all different body types. We want every woman to feel confident in each of our pieces, and we've had to learn how to address and to create clothes that fit everyone perfectly, and makes them feel beautiful. So working with designers and tailors locally has also been quite the process. So for now, we're just based in Kenya. We are online, and then we also stock our pieces at Array, which is in Nairobi Street Kitchen. We are looking to explore working with other stockists in possibly South Africa and a couple of markets in West Africa. But I think the core of our focus is really to make sure that we're accessible first and foremost within the Kenyan market. Yeah. Well, I grew up here personally. I've spent a huge chunk of my upbringing in Kenya. I went to school here. My family is here as well. My two friends are Kenyan as well. We met here. So this is really and truly home for us, and there's a big opportunity to make an impact within the fashion industry in Kenya. It has been interesting, I would say. I think Kenyans, from what I've seen, do enjoy fashion, and they do spend. I think probably the challenge that we have is addressing probably fast fashion, and some of the brands that maybe are creating luxury products that have like sustainable practices behind them, right? And I think the brands that have been able to tick both, so making sure that they are embedding sustainability into everything that they're doing throughout the production process, have been able to command a higher price point and explain to the end consumer why it is. So I think in that instance, people within this market are happy to spend. For us, I think it's something that we're working to push in terms of taking our audiences behind the scenes into what goes behind our brand and the process and how we're sort of ending up at that price point. So it's more so, I think, a journey that you need to take your consumers with. I wouldn't say it's that Kenyans don't want to spend. So this kimono goes for 10,995 shillings.
What is it?
Our collection, I would say the piece that probably has the lowest price point is we do a tank top for women that has our monogram embroidered on it, and we also do a t-shirt for men that has our monogram printed on the side, and it has embroidery of our logo. Those two pieces range from 4,000 to 5,000 shillings. So I would say those are the entry point elements. But even then, we really focus on quality. So we try to work with the best locally to ensure that we have the best quality of cotton for those t-shirts. We try and pick colors that are in trend or in season and can accompany your other pieces very easily. So our tank tops we have two options. One has green embroidery, the other has blue, and that's just so it can go very easily with your jeans or just a summery outfit that you have planned. So for us, we focus on having new prints in each collection. So exactly. So for in this past year, we've launched this print, which is the Kangu collection, which, as I mentioned, is inspired by a parrotfish. So our first collection basically has this in different iterations. So we have this color, we have a blue color, and we have one that is also yellow. And we also play around with the print in itself in terms of the size. So on our kimono, you'll find that it's quite zoomed out, so you have a better view that it is actually inspired by a fish. But then in our yellow variation, the print is a lot smaller, so it looks a little bit more intricate, I would say, and that's supposed to be more so for your evening dinners and more sort of premium and luxury events that we've tried to curate that for. Yeah, and now our next collection will be something completely different in a new print that we're working on. So on Instagram, you can find us at Shop Sunday Society. So for me personally as Leah, and what I do in terms of the content creation space, I have been working with Tanqueray for about a year now, and together we've been able to do a lot of wonderful projects that my friends in particularly love. I'm very big on hosting, so a lot of the time Tanqueray and I come together to curate experiences that bring my circle of friends and beyond together. So a recent example is Galentine's. I'm very big on celebrating our friendships. I think a lot of people associate that period with like romantic relationships, but it's important to also celebrate your friends, your female friends who hold you through different periods in your life. So we worked with Tanqueray to create an experience for a group of friends whereby we had our cocktails, we had a flower making workshop as well, and just a lovely brunch. So Tanqueray is a big partner for me, that I love to work with. I've worked with other brands as well within. Oh, I didn't. I didn't see that. I love Tanqueray. I love Tanqueray. I think that's something I continue to work on. A learning for me very recently, to be honest, is on asking for help. I love to try and do everything myself, and I mean literally everything. The people closest to me know this, and towards the end of last year, I think I found that between work and, as you say, content and everything else as well, that I was really burning out. So I've learned to lean on others to get help. For Sunday Society specifically, as I mentioned, there's 3 of us in the business, so that really helps us in terms of balancing out the jobs that need to be done. Everyone has their assigned tasks. In my day-to-day world of digital media, I try to be extremely organized in my tasks. I usually have a plan every single day of all the actions that I need to tick off. And yeah, sometimes you have to work really late, but I think it's just part of life. With my other business, it's with my mum as well, so I have a partner in that. And for content, it's just planning. Honestly, I think if you dedicate some time when you have that, afternoon that is free, and plan all the content that needs to be done, or what the pillars that you want to take people through are, then it makes it a lot more manageable, I would say. I'm seeing that I've always known, I should say, that women are capable of anything that we put our minds to, and in the environment that I work in, that's very evident. We are a lot of fantastic women who work together and who support each other, and in terms of how it's evolving, I would say women are just taking up more. Women are taking up more space, which is fantastic to see. Are definitely being able to balance, be it family, relationships, work, passion projects, and I think that's only going to grow. So I'm excited to see how we continue to push the boundary. So I think I would say I've done that more so before I moved to Kenya. So I was in the UK for a number of years before that, and I was part of a program or community whereby we used to spend a lot of time every week mentoring women who've had difficult experiences in their lives. So different ways in which we used to do that is with jewelry making, which as I grew up was a passion of mine. So having sessions with women where you get to talk to them about the different challenges that they're trying to overcome is something I've done and I've enjoyed doing during that time. Today I would probably say it's on my team, so the team that I work with that helps me do everything it is that I'm able to achieve is women only, and that's across Sunday Society, across me as Leah, and I'm very focused on trying to give those people the opportunity to grow. So if someone is interested in social media or writing or the world of interior design, I'm looking to work with them in a way that they can completely shine in that space and even guide me at times, because I think there's always opportunity to learn from others. I would say for them to just follow their dreams and to persevere and to ask for help when they need it. I think the wonderful thing about being in Kenya is there's a lot of people who are keen to learn and who are willing to support you to be part of whatever vision it is that you have in mind. So first, ask for help, share the ideas that you have in mind, because you have no idea who's listening, and that person might just be there who, opens that door for you and gives you that opportunity. So speak about what it is that you want to do and put in the work behind the scenes. Yeah. Okay.
Wase mmesikia manze, this amazing lady is doing the most. Hey, if you have a daughter at home, role model ndio huyo. Ama namna gani? Manze, I am your host Molly Chebet. See you next time. If you want to find us, go to www.standardmedia.co.ke ama uingie pale YouTube, usearch TNX Africa, uingie hapo, uweke like, manze, usubscribe, uweke comment, kwani ni kesho. Bye bye.